Sierra Jameson was ambitious. The 30-year-old worked as a phlebotomist and was about to start nursing school.
Because I'm a young black woman, he wanted to target me. I guess he feel like I was gonna be vulnerable, be like, huh, get the key. But no, he got the wrong female.
Jameson fell victim in her own garage. It's not clear if anything was stolen, but her life was taken.
It's your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times, and I'm back with another video. In this episode of Hood Tales, let's take it to Chicago, Illinois, to discuss the tragic story of Sierra Jameson, a woman who advocated for the safety of Black women only to face a tragic fate of her own. But before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss any future uploads. Stay tuned until the end to hear the whole story. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Sierra Jameson was the kind of woman who made the world feel a little bit more solid. At 30 years old, she was a whirlwind of ambition and devotion. She was a mother, a caregiver, and a provider. By profession, Sierra worked as a phlebotomist, a role that placed her on the front lines of patient care. She was known by her coworkers as dependable, compassionate, and driven. But that job wasn't the end goal. It was a stepping stone. Sierra was preparing to begin nursing school, determined to expand her career and create more opportunities for herself and her son. Sierra was raising a 6-year-old boy who lived with autism and had already endured open heart surgery at a young age. Every choice she made revolved around his well-being. She worked long hours, she saved carefully, she sacrificed quietly. He was her why. Having navigated the complexities of autism and the terror of open heart surgery at such a young age, her son was the center of Sierra's universe. In the late summer of 2023, Sierra, along with her son, had moved her mother and 2 younger sisters into the home she was renting from a coworker on South Indiana Avenue, creating a sanctuary of support and love. She had just also celebrated a milestone 30th birthday with the world at her feet. Sierra had plans of moving herself and her family into a better place in the near future. In the periphery of this vibrant life was a man named Lawrence Boyle. At 63, he was more than double Sierra's age. They had known each other for about a decade, a long-term friendship rooted in what Sierra believed was mutual respect. However, just weeks before the fall of 2023, that friendship shifted into a romantic relationship. To those around her, Lawrence was someone she was comfortable with, someone she trusted enough to let into her inner circle. Lawrence's home address was even listed as the home Sierra rented for her and her family. It appears that once they became a couple, they decided to live together. Lawrence worked as a machine operator at a cup manufacturing plant, but behind the scenes, his past told a more troubling story, one that included earlier convictions in other states involving physical harm towards others, including women and children, dating back to 1993. Just 1 month before tragedy struck, Sierra inadvertently became a voice for many. In August 2023, she sat down with CBS Chicago for a segment on the safety of Black women. She recounted a harrowing attempted carjacking where she was targeted at knife point. But Sierra didn't speak as a victim. She spoke as a warrior, a survivor. She told reporters how she refused to let the assailant take her Jeep Wrangler, a symbol of her hard work, perseverance, and the sacrifices she made. And more than anything, she spoke about her son. She said, "I know how many sacrifices I've done for my family, my son, because he's been through a lot." She credited a group of women who stepped in to help her. In that interview, she said something that now chills the spine. She said, "I guess because we're women, they think we're easy targets. They think we're more vulnerable to give up." Sierra Jameson was anything but vulnerable. She was a fighter. Sierra explained that protecting what she had built wasn't about material things. It was about dignity, security, and self-worth. That interview would air just weeks before her name would appear in headlines for an entirely different reason, making her words echo with haunting weight. Monday, September 18th, 2023 started like any other day. Sierra returned home to the 7800 block of South Indiana Avenue and told her mother she was heading out to the alley to park her Jeep in the garage. Waiting inside the garage, in the shadows, was her boyfriend, Lawrence Boyle. As Sierra entered, a confrontation ensued. Lawrence would later claim he thought she had a weapon, but even after realizing she was unarmed, he did not stop. He used his hands around her neck to extinguish the light of a woman he claimed to care for. When she went limp, he didn't call for help. Instead, he took her cell phone, covered her body with a green tarp, and attempted to walk away. Inside the house, Sierra's mother grew uneasy. Her daughter had only gone to park the car, but the minutes were stretching into an eternity. Messages went unread, calls went unanswered. Sierra's brother went to the alley to investigate. There he bumped into Lawrence, who was closing the garage door. When the brother noticed Lawrence had Sierra's phone, Lawrence spun a web of lies, claiming they had a fight and that Sierra threw the phone at him, and then she walked off to the store. The explanation didn't sit right. Minutes later, Sierra's mother went to the garage herself. A mother's intuition is a powerful thing. As she stepped into the garage, she noticed the green tarp. Under the weight of the tarp, she made the discovery that no parent should ever have to face. Her daughter was gone. The aftermath was a blur of betrayal. Lawrence didn't just flee. He called his ex-wife and admitted to what he had done. By Wednesday, September 20th, the weight of his actions led him to surrender to the authorities, where he provided a full confession. One of Sierra's aunts believed that Lawrence couldn't handle the rejection.
I guess he just couldn't take the rejection, so I guess he just took it out in a way he shouldn't have took it out as a man.
Which could possibly mean that Sierra was trying to end the relationship with Lawrence. The community was devastated by Sierra's sudden departure. A balloon release in West Garfield Park painted the sky with the colors of Sierra's memory, while her family sought victory in the fact that the person she once trusted was now behind bars. The legal journey took over 2 years, but in December 2025, a Cook County jury reached their decision. Lawrence Boyle was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree felony charges in connection to Sierra's slaying. As of today, Lawrence faces a potential sentence of up to 60 years or even life, with a critical hearing set for January 5th, 2026. May Sierra continue to rest in peace. My belated condolences to her family. I send them my well wishes especially to her son. This story is a heartbreaking reminder of the silent dangers that can exist within the circle of those we trust. Sierra Jameson spent her final months speaking out against the targeting of women by strangers, only to lose her life to someone she once considered a friend and then eventually her boyfriend. It's not completely clear what led to Lawrence's actions or his motives, but Sierra Jameson deserved more. More time, more peace, more protection, and her story deserves to be told. She leaves behind a son who will grow up knowing his mother was a hero, not because of how she left this world, but because of the fierce, unyielding love she showed every single day she was in it. Sierra's colleagues have set up a GoFundMe to support her son's future medical and educational needs. If you'd like to donate, the link will be in the description box. And while justice in court cannot bring her back, remembering her life ensures she is never reduced to just what happened to her. Fam, what are your thoughts on this story? Let me know in the comments below. Alright fam, that's it for this episode of Hood Tales. Thank you so much for watching. If this story moved you, consider liking and sharing. Subscribe for more stories like this and for the stories behind the headlines, because behind them all are lives forever changed. This is your girl, Mrs. Tony 2 times. Until next time.